Soon I reached the meeting point where I found James, who'd bought an XK8 convertible. Here we are, look. A big cat near an old dog. Greetings, mate.
Moron.
Yeah, and now there's a new breed of small hot hatchback. And to find which one is best, we took the grand tour to that field just over there. Yes, the start point for our test was our own track in Oxfordshire. And this is what we'd assembled. We chose for our meeting point a quaint fishing port near Inverness. And I was the first to arrive in an Alfa Romeo GTV6. Now,
The meeting point was in Wales, and I was the first to arrive in a car made from mud. But sadly, before I had the chance to tell you anything about it, Hammond arrived.
our start point was the Tuscan hilltop city of Siena. Home to the most exciting horse race in the world, the Palio. It was the beginning of what would be a very fabulous and very cultured journey. But for some extraordinary reason, Richard Hammond decided that the start point should be in the middle of the night, close to the bustling city of Cartagena, on a tropical beach. I arrived in Central Park, the start point of the race that no one's been asking about. And dressed like everyone else, my rival was waiting. There he is. Since we were trying to break an amphibious speed record, the obvious starting point was here, at Huddersfield International Airport. This was the meeting point we chose. The Area 27 racetrack. It was designed by F1 star Jacques Villeneuve.
However, the meeting point was the beautiful town of Lecce in the heel of Italy. And I was the first to arrive. This is the McLaren MP4-12C.
The Bugatti Veyron.
Almighty, I'm riding along with the headlight illuminating nothing but my own face.
Our meeting point was a restaurant in Delat, and James had worked up quite an appetite by the time he got there.
Our meeting point was Millbrook in Bedfordshire, the biggest and most daunting test track in Britain. Its 2-mile banked circuit, its rough roads and its formidable alpine handling track are designed to test brand new cars to destruction. So what kind of havoc will they wreak on our 1,500 quid bangers? No vents, no air conditioning, no air in here at all, in fact. Just heat. What I'm being is casseroled. And soon things got worse.
Try not to shiver.
Because a thick fog descended.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. That was not good.
Still, at least things soon got worse.
Oh, brilliant. I'm just getting a golden shower now.
Oh, geez, that's the worst it's been.
But then we were hardly employees of the month either.
Stupid idiot! Stop putting me off! You've missed the truck! Sorry!
And then things got worse.
Jeremy, there is a slight problem. What? I've sort of set off at a bit of an angle and I'm on the wrong bit of road.
But then,
Oh dear. Scheiße.
What's a load of rubbish?
after this, things got worse.
I did 140 miles an hour.
You did 140 miles an hour and your wheels nicht good.
All very bad. You have a lot of rust.
Oh no. My legs have stuck together. I do apologise for this.
Worse still, chauffeur duties had made James even more pedantic than usual.
Because I want my Maserati here for the bride. I think it's
Yes,
more
you go and
correct.
get your Maserati.
Can you move out of the way then?
Yep.
And if we look inside, we can start to see why this is a three-star car. Things like this, the brake pedal, it's been shoved right up here. Your foot would have been on there. Now, that would damage your ankle, it could damage the cruciate ligaments in your leg, which is bad. Worse still, the steering wheel has been shoved back. Now, that can damage your chest, which could be a lot worse. Engine, I'll give you a count off.
Oh dear. Still, things can only get better.
We can expect a bit of spin from the Labour Party, can't we?
Hey! Well, there's no spin, but typically Labour don't know whether to go to the left or the right of the line there.
God, he's right.
Holy moly. That man's dropped his crash helmet's actually come off his head.
Still, at least when it got dark, things got worse.
Whoa! Whoa! It's to give you epilepsy, these cameras. Constantly being flashed.
After this long and difficult journey, we reached the overnight halt.
I didn't want to look at an ancient and wonderful city. I did that on a bicycle, you pillock. Then, things got worse.
Chaps, it's right here.
You sure?
Oh, this does look a bit... Yeah, we'll be all right.
Oh, I don't like this. Come to Switzerland and drive the new NSX, said Hammond.
This Lamborghini's 4 inches wider than that Honda and 5 inches wider than the Lady Shaver. I am never, ever, ever going to get around that corner.
And sure enough,
A tiny bit of left hand and just creep forward so I can see.
You can't creep, it's a single clutch gearbox. Instead of giving this model 40 more horsepower, I'd have given it 1 more clutch.
No, I'd agree. Does that fold?
It doesn't matter, even if it does, the back of the car is wider than the front. I'm going to have to find another, it physically won't fit through there.
All right, well, we're up there. See you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but...
but honestly, our second-hand Repmobile was beginning to look like classic Top Gear. Ambitious, but rubbish.
Oh!
Nope. Definitely didn't work.
You are right. You are right. There's no way we can dress that up as a success.
Well, no, but Stuntman, he is fulfilling our own mantra, isn't he? He is ambitious.
Ambitious, but... rubbish. Exactly.
Now,
Good work, Hammond. Good work. That Bentley going across that field is a sight to behold. Look at it. Look at its wheels.
Soon, we realised something.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
For once, Top Gear was being ambitious and not rubbish.
the cars.
Because we've made this chart of channel crossing solutions, And ours doesn't come out that well, to be
No,
honest.
it really doesn't. I mean, let's look at the cost, first of all. For the tunnel, it costs £120. On the ferry, £40. Our amphibious vehicles, just under £19,000.
This is a good point, well made.
Yeah, it gets worse. Let's look at the time taken. On the tunnel, 35 minutes. On the ferry, 90 minutes. For the amphibious vehicles, that's just about 4.5 days.
Yes, but the beauty of the amphibious vehicle here is that you can reuse it, so in just, 120 crossings, it would pay for itself.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jeremy, at 4.5 days per crossing, to do 120 crossings, you'll have to do nothing other than go backwards and forwards across the channel for 1.5 years before it's paid for itself.
Well, another good point.
And as we've proved, you've got a 2 in 3 chance of sinking anyway.
So what we're saying actually is that we've once again been ambitious, but rubbish.
Yes, that's what we're saying. We have.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end the show. But we start with Lancia. I've said many times that over the last 100 years, no one has made more truly exciting cars. There was the Integrale and the Stratos and the Fulvia and the O37. The list goes on, and yet all they make today is a steaming pile of ordure called the Ypsilon. Look at it. I would rather have a maggot-infested wound than drive one of those. Hurry up and hit your ball. What about the Vauxhall Vectra?
No.
I would rather have double pneumonia than a Vectra. Has anybody out there got any ideas what could be our car of the year?
Oliver.
What?
Who said Oliver?
How can the Oliver?
Yeah!
I would rather eat my gentleman vegetables.
We've had a Fiat 500 down
Fiat
here.
500,
I
James?
like it.
No.
James doesn't like it. Anyone else?
Oh, for crying out loud!
The Suzuki Swift. It is actually a very good car, that. These are shown us with the new S-Class, OK? They've shown us what is technically possible, but I would rather have this.
The one you've ruined.
Look, the problem is taste, OK? If you made a car to look like the inside of your house, it would have a horse in it.
Whatever.
And your house is just full of pictures of the Queen.
Now, look, listen, we must move on because time is pressing. And that's the thing about this car, because it's just not quite as fast as it looks and sounds like it's going to be.
No, it's the same story with the hardtop. You put your foot down, you think, I'm going 1,000,000, and you look at the speedo and you're doing 43.
But ultimately, be honest, do you really care about the speed? Because you're in a convertible Aston Martin and there's no better place to be. You're there thinking, what am I doing? Where am I in the post office queuing? No, I'm in a convertible Aston and it's brilliant.
Sunshine. I would rather be in this than in Keira Knightley.
I wouldn't.
And now the news. And this just in from Keira Knightley. She says she's disappointed, but she understands.
No. I'd had the lesson, read the book, seen the video, all of that. I knew how to start it, but it broke down. You see, all of that is why I would rather have the Weissman. I would.
£21,000 more.
Yes, I know, it's a lot more money, but still, I would rather have that.
And you know what? I'm with you. So would I. So would I. I think what they tried to do is make the front look like a 911, which it doesn't. And then from here back, it looks like they haven't bothered. Honestly, I have seen more attractive gangrenous wounds than this. It is a monkfish among cars. It has the sex appeal of a camel with gingivitis. And frankly, I would rather walk back to the studio than drive another yard in it. So I shall. That way.
I'm sure you'd be...
Would rather have the Nissan and work on the bins every day of my life. I would. You'd be putting it in the bin.
It would be.
This hasn't happened before. We've always reached a verdict. At least 2 of us have agreed. And I don't know about you, I am not moving.
Jeremy, I'm wondering if you are the same Jeremy Clarkson who said, I'd rather go to work on my hands and knees than drive there in a Ford Galaxy.
No, I was young and foolish when I wrote that.
Whoever designed the Ford Galaxy upholstery had a cauliflower fixation.
Yeah, again, I've grown up a lot. I can now see the Galaxy as a
I would rather have a vasectomy than buy a Ford Galaxy.
I reject absolutely any suggestion that I'm going to compromise my professionalism
and suck up to Ford just so that I can get one of those. Okay, got that clear?
I walked home from school. That wasn't because I wanted the exercise. That's because I would rather walk or hop or crawl 30 miles than be seen getting into that. It's cars like this. It's secrets, dark secrets like this, lurking in people's pasts that create serial killers and psychopaths. It's a bloody miracle I'm not one. It's not being short that makes me an angry man or being born in Birmingham. It's this, it's you.
Well,
There you go. Proof that you can build an entire car in 8 hours.
Absolutely, and it is actually a great thing to do. It's not like mending an old car where it's all dirty, everything is clean and new and it all goes together perfectly. It's a great experience. It's wonderful.
James, I would rather staple my ears to a horse. Honestly, I mean, apart from the fact that you chafe your knuckles every 15 minutes, there's the expense. OK, it's £2,500 less to buy the car in bits, but then you've got to buy the tools, then you've got the divorce settlement, end up taking your kids to McDonald's every Saturday, and what do you end up with? I mean, would anybody here drive a car that I'd built? Oh, no, exactly. I mean, let's take this one as an example. This is the one we made, all right? They put a little plaque on it, I see, down here, down at Caterham. Yeah, OK, and this car built by Top Gear, which has rendered it worthless. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.
I've got to go 59, and I've now emptied our turds out ourselves.
Still, could be worse.
Oh, no.
While Hammond went for more water, James planned breakfast. Sadly, Mr. Needham was killed there. But it could be worse. I mean, look at me. I am drenched. Apart from this, though, I think the programme has gone rather well.
Okay, it's impossible to think how this could be worse.
And there it is. Air conditioning radiator. Useless. Still, could be worse. Could be him over there. Yeah, my guess is his brakes have failed and he's hooked a wheel over there to stop it rolling back.
God, I'd like to meet the man who put these big tyres on this thing, and I'd like to strangle him.
Still, could be worse.
Oh dear.
Looks like Jeremy Corbyn's struggling a bit now. Oh, somehow he's managed to get it back on its wheels. That's bad.
Still, could be worse.
Or cock. Right, this is quite bad. What's happened on all those windy bits, as the car leans to one side and the other, is that the bigger tyre has rubbed against the filler pipe from the cap here down to the tank, and it's made a little hole in it, and the fuel is gushing out, which is why I was getting a bit stoned as I was driving along. I thought it was just altitude, but it was actually petrol fumes. So what I'm going to do is drain the tank down by about half, so the level is below that bit of the pipe. I will patch up that hole, put the fuel back in, and then I'll put the proper wheels back on. Situation update, viewers. Bit too close to the edge there. I've got to be careful how I move, otherwise I'll fall into the valley. Still, could be worse.
Whoa! Oh, no! Whoa!
Still, it could be worse. And then it was, because it was time to sit down for Richard's Scottish dinner. Battered spag bowl, followed by a deep-fried cake.
What the hell is... Oh, Lord above! What manner of thing is happening here?
Still, could be worse.
Oh, it's steering me. I'm not steering it. It is steering me. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great